APTV, Josh, backstage, Aftershock 2015, Sacramento, Sacto. We're here with Clay Busch, one of the producers of this amazing festival. Clay, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. I'm doing great. We're both wearing sunglasses. It's after dark. You probably can't tell on TV, but it's a little obnoxious. It's pretty cool, but I think we can pull it off.
Well, you're the one that kind of led the charge,
Yes.
so I'm just trying to follow suit here.
So we're wrapping up our kind of our 3-week binge of fall festivals here. We had Louder Than Life, Rock Allegiance, Aftershock. Tell me about all 3 festivals. How do they differ? How are they the same? And how do you think they went?
I mean, each festival, the whole goal of the Fall Feast is what we call it, is to kind of highlight all things rock. So, Louder Than Life was the Louisville feature. Gourmet Man Food, Bourbon World. You had NXT at that one. Rock Allegiance was Gourmet Man Food, Philly style. So you had the cheesesteaks, the loaded tots, really to get that flavor out. As well as a true stadium show. And then obviously you have Aftershock, year 4, new venue, camping for the first time. NXT's here, Crazy Days Experience is here, Jack Daniels is here. I could go on and on.
I'm here.
And more importantly, you're here. And it's always good at these things to get to see friends more than anything. And that's why I love having you guys out here.
What does Gourmet Man Food mean to you? I've heard a lot. You just talked about it a lot. What is gourmet? For those who have never experienced it, Gourmet Man Food, go.
Well, Danny Wimmer coined up the term.
Okay.
And it actually came up when we were in Louisville researching actually to start a bourbon, not a festival, and we went to all these incredible restaurants and really connected to the cuisine there.
Right.
But it wasn't normal cuisine. It wasn't like, I'm from LA, you're from New York, you know what type of food we get. It was expressive. It was explosive. It challenged your palate. It was delicious. It was horrible for you, and it just made too much sense to coin up this term Gourmet Man Food. And as we did more research and finding out the types of cuisine that was found in Louisville, like the cheeseburger and all these other things, we kind of coined up the term, and it's basically about kicking it up a notch. It's not genre specific. It's about expression. It's about go big or go home, and that's why I kind of started at Louder Than Life. It debuted at Rock Allegiance this year, and next year Aftershock will have it, as well as the World's Loudest Month events. We'll have Gourmet Man Food Villages as well, kind of focused on each festival in particular. So each festival will have its own flavor, for example.
How much weight does the average concert goer gain at a Danny Wimmer Presents festival with all this Gourmet Man Food?
Probably a good 10 to 20 pounds.
Wow.
Because there's so many great options. You want to try everything, and we even create our own hybrids at these
Do you
shows.
encourage people to wear sweatpants just so they could just be at ease after they eat all that much?
I don't think I've seen one sweatpant out there. I don't want to encourage
right.
it. They actually look all good out there.
The night is young. The night is young, so we'll see.
We'll get comfortable and go camping.
Well, one of my favorite parts of the festivals for this fall was that you guys bringing NXT into the mix. Tell us a little bit about how that came together and what that experience has been like for you guys here at the festival.
So so Danny Wimmer and always kind of push the limit for second entertainment.
Right.
Obviously, the music comes with the festival. The bands are expected, but it's about everything else that's non-expected. And NXT kind of came up in our conversations. Danny spoke to a few people at the agency that represents WWE. We went up to WrestleMania. This I think it was in February. And we saw an NXT takeover, and we looked at it and we're like, this is a no-brainer. And I was with Danny, and he's like, we got to figure this out.
Right.
We got out to the festival.
It's such a natural overlap with this world.
It's just cool because the WWE supports the rock music that we're playing at this that's of the bands that are performing here. So they've always supported the bands, and so it was a natural, like you said, natural tie-in. And I think we got a little bit of it today at the NXT 10 with Corey Taylor.
Well, let's talk about that. So, recently at the Alternative Press Music Awards, you were one of our esteemed guests there, and Corey Taylor performed, and we had Corey Graves, who was the voice of NXT, was backstage doing some interviews. Met with Corey Taylor. Seemed to rub each other the wrong way.
Between me and you, I think you should come check out the NXT live show at Aftershock, and I want you to front row. I want you maybe ringside, so that you can see what we do, because we're entertainment where it's at right now.
Yeah.
And I know you had a good run, and you did, you've done all this stuff, and Slipknot's pretty cool, and you made some cool songs, but NXT is where it's at right now, and I want you to be there. And I know some people, I'll make a call, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
And I think guys would appreciate it to have someone that, you were a big deal for a while, and to have you there to kind of support us, I think would be awesome. And I mean, I want you to be there for that.
Well, that's cool, and still being a big deal. I think it'd bring more attention to you guys if I was sitting, front row, I'm sure, people maybe out there who follow us might know who you guys are, but if I'm there, it'll bring a little more attention, a little more, maybe a few more people will show up for it.
Kind of escalated to today live at the event. What happened there?
Well, obviously Graves didn't come because
Right.
I think he's got a prior engagement down in Los Angeles for Hell in a Cell, which is
Yep.
a big WWE event. And Corey Taylor caught wind of it. So obviously after that exchange in Cleveland, Corey found out that he wasn't showing up and decided to go to Twitter. And I think Baron Corbin
Kinda called him out.
Called him out a little bit, saying you're not going to be here. But I guess the NXT guys saw that and they're like, well, we are, and we can't look forward to seeing you. And that led to a beautiful interaction today, I guess.
Well, yeah, as you'll see on APTV, Baron Corbin, one of the stars of NXT, basically called out Corey Taylor, took off his shirt, threw it in his face, and but Corey Taylor had the last laugh. Corey Taylor hit him with an open hand slap to the face, and resulted in him losing the match. So, and Slipknot's about to close out the night a little bit later. So, have to kind of chalk this one up to be Corey Taylor 1, NXT 0.
I think Corey Taylor won that battle because obviously he did get
But
pinned out. Or did
the
he
war-
get pinned or get submitted?
He tapped out. Which
That
is, if you got to go, that's probably the worst way to go.
That means you can't take anymore.
You can't take anymore, and you couldn't take anymore. And like I said, the battle was won, but the war
Probably just begun.
just begun. So the one thing I want to talk to you about is, so next year coming up, as you mentioned, the World's Loudest Month, you guys do 5 wonderful festivals. 10th anniversary of Rockin' the Range, big kind of milestone. What can fans expect special for this year?
Well, without giving too much information,
Sure.
Obviously this will be the biggest Rock on the Range in the 10-year history.
Okay.
We'll add a Gourmet Man Food element most likely.
Okay.
There'll be new experiences that people haven't seen. The comedy tent will probably most likely increase, and the overall experience will be better. We're discussing a lot of new ideas and new ways of kind of tapping in and providing this incredible festival experience for the fans because they deserve it. They've been coming to the show for 9 straight years now, and it's only proper to give them it's a Super Bowl, it's the
Love
Super
it.
Bowl of rock. So 10 years needs to be the biggest one ever.
Well, we can't wait. Obviously, AP will be there. Can't wait to participate. Final question: Why do redheads do it better?
I don't even think you need to answer that. Just look at us.
Think about it, folks. Clay, always a pleasure, my friend. Congratulations on such a wonderful event, all these events, and always great working with you. And can't wait to be back for more.
Well, thank you. And like I always end every interview I do, we can't do this stuff without you guys. Can't do this without your fans. Love having you guys here, and we love to grow this thing and continue to grow the festivals with you guys. So thanks for coming.
We're now going to touch mics and look at the camera together. But APTV, Clay Busch, backstage, Aftershock 2015. Thanks for showing up.